personal data are monetized and stronger ownership of digital assets. So, Web3 is decentralized. When I say decentralized, there's no central authority involved. So in other words, the users or the control or the control or the ownership is given to the users. The users are the decision makers. So in Web3. Second, the data or the contents are owned by the users. Now, the users, since they own the data, they govern the terms of its use. Next, Web3 is also permissionless. When I say permissionless, anybody, it is open to the public, anybody can access any Web3 applications as long as you have an internet connection. So regardless of your profile, whether you have a bank account or not, regardless of your level of income, as long as you have an internet, you can access Web3 applications. Now, let us differentiate between Web 2 and Web 3. So, Web 2 is our current version of the internet. So, yun yung ginagamit natin ngayon, yung Web 2. So, in Web 2, the internet users do not own the data. So, hindi natin magmamayari ng data or the contents. They belong to the large tech companies. Now, in Web 2, the users are actually the user audience but that are being sold to the advertisers. So in other words, we, being the users in Web 2 applications, we are the product sold to the advertisers. And Web 3, since we own the data, we govern the terms of its use. So that is the main difference between the two. So at its core, Web 2 is centralized, meaning there's no central authority. In Web 3, it is decentralized. The authority or control are given to the users. Next, as to the business model, data monetization by tech platforms. So, usually these Web 2 companies generate revenue through advertisement. So, they offer targeted ads or personal ads that targets the audience and they are being sold to the advertisers. And Web 3, the revenues or 100% of the revenues are shared back to the users. Next, as to the technical infrastructure, Web 2 is centralized, the code is private, and Web 3 it is decentralized and open source. So meaning when I say open source, the code is available to the public. So if you are a developer, you want to build an application in Web 3, you can use the code or the existing code to build your applications. Okay, so that is the web evolution from Web 1 to Web 2. Actually, the earliest version or the original version of the internet is the Web 1. So in Web 1, the users can read or consume the contents only. So there is actually no interaction between or among the users. And the common example is the Wikipedia. So it's just a static website. Then Web 2, which is the current version, and it is popularized by the social media platforms, which are the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So those are examples of Web 2 products. And we have Web 3. So kung mapapansin nyo, parang hindi pamilya yung nasa Web 3 na category. Pero sa Web 2, alam nyo, kasi yung current version ng internet natin. Pero pagdating sa Web 3, parang di natin alam yung mga logo. So those are examples of products or application under Web 3. So those are actually, for example, yung B, that refers to Bitcoin. Yung isa naman, yung parang diamond, that's Ethereum. So that is yung parang yung dog that is a wallet or MetaMask. So those are examples of Web3 products. Okay, so what are the building blocks of Web3? Ano ba yung fundamental elements ng Web3? So the first is the blockchain technology. Next po. So blockchain technology is the technology behind in Web 3. So in other words, kung walang blockchain technology, wala tayong Web 3 applications. Kasi yun yung pinaka-core na technology na ginagamit ngayon sa Web 3. So what is a blockchain? Now, in Web3, the data or the application data are no longer stored in a single server, but rather on a public database which is called blockchain. So, in simple terms, pag sinabing blockchain, database lang yun. Or public database. Di ba pag sinabing database, this is where you store or classify the information. So the concept works the same with bank ledger, or from the accounting point of view, we have this accounting ledger, di ba? When we classify the accounting information, we usually prepare the ledger. Ganon din sa blockchain. Kaya lang, pagdating sa blockchain, it is public and distributed. That is why blockchain is also called distributed digital ledger. Distributed digital ledger, or DDL, means the data is not stored in a single server but is spread across the network participants. In other words, each participant or each network participant in a blockchain network has a copy of the data itself. So the single point of failure is eliminated. So there are three features of a blockchain para madali niyong maintindihan. So the first is immutable. When we say immutable, the data cannot be edited, cannot be removed. So once the data is already deployed in a blockchain, hindi na pwedeng ma-remove yun or ma-delete. But you can add data in the blockchain. Second, it is decentralized. No, there is no central authority. And last, it is distributed. The data or transactions are not stored in a single server. Next, smart contract. Di ba pag sinabing contract, simply means agreement between two parties. Sa Web3, ang tawag sa contract na yun is smart contract. So when we say smart contract, these are simply means software codes or software programs deployed in a blockchain that executes automatically. Kaya nga sinabi siya, kaya nga tinawag siyang smart contract or intelligent contract, kasi once the codes or software programs are already deployed in the blockchain, it can execute automatically based on the predetermined parameters or when the conditions are met. For example, if you want to create a lending smart contract, you have to specify those terms. For example, ilan ba yung interest rate, magkano ba yung collateralized ratio, kailan ba yung maturity date. So you have to specify those terms before you can create a lending smart contract. Next, digital assets and tokens. When we say digital assets and tokens, they are simply means intangible digital items. So pag sinabing intangible, they do not have physical substance. So what are the examples of these digital assets? So we have cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ethereum. We have also NFTs or non-fungible tokens. And also we have stable coins. Example of that, kung napakinggan nyo na sa news yung CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency, na ini-explore ngayon ng Central Bank natin na implement later on. So that is example of digital tokens or digital assets. Now, the good thing about Web3 is that the ownership information of those digital assets and tokens are no longer stored in a single server, but on a public database, which is the blockchain. Okay, so why is there an enthusiasm for Web3? Okay, so there is an interest in Web3 right now in terms of the development and investment. As you can see from 2015 to 2021, the trend is increasing. So there were more than 34,000 active Web3 developers. In terms of investment, as you can see last year, from 2017 to 2022, the growth rate is 70% per year. So last year, $36.6 billion were invested in the Web3 space, and right now it is projected to the total investment will be around $60 billion in Web3 space. So what are the noteworthy technologies and areas of interest? Ano ba yung mga current application na ginagamit natin ngayon sa Web3? So the first is decentralized finance, or what we call DeFi. So DeFi, as the name implies, you can access the different financial services on a decentralized manner. So that is the umbrella term for financial services in the blockchain. So, so the first is lending, second is trading, borrowing. So those are financial services na sa traditional na ginagamit natin, but you can also do that in a blockchain, but on a decentralized manner. For example, in lending, you can lend out digital assets or your funds to earn an interest rate. You can save to earn an interest income, and also you can borrow fund using the DeFi apps. Now, the beauty in DeFi is that, for example, if you want to borrow funds, there's no need to submit the traditional documentary requirements, di ba? Kapag mag-uutang tayo, we need to submit, for example, audited financial statements, bank history, and other documentary requirements bago tayo ma-approve ng loan. Sa DeFi, if you're going to participate, you just need a crypto wallet and a collateral, then you can proceed already from borrowings. So, and it's 24/7. So, anytime you can borrow, and it's permissionless. Regardless of your location, you can participate in DeFi services. Okay, so this is a sample of a crypto wallet. So as I've said a while ago, if you want to participate in DeFi services, you just need a cryptocurrency wallet. Cryptocurrency wallet is a digital wallet like your GCash or PayMaya. So our company actually developed our own crypto wallet, which is Firepoint wallet, which is already available in Play Store. And also there are also other popular wallets that you can use. Okay, so this is an example of lending contract or lending platform under the traditional model and decentralized model. So ito yung ginagamit na ngayon mga non-bank and financial intermediaries and also the bank. As you can see, yung instead na yung data ini-store sa private ledger, naka-store na sa public ledger or public blockchain ledger. And instead of assessing the proprietary credit and risk model to assess the creditworthiness of the borrower, we use now the public smart contract. And in terms of governance, we have shareholders and management, but in the decentralized model, instead of shareholders, it is now called token holders. So the concept is the same with corporate setting. Like, let's say if you have a share, then you can share from the dividend, from the income of the company. In the decentralized model, if you have a token, then you can cast a vote. Then you are also entitled to the interest income. Okay, so this is an example of a compound lending platform right now. So you can search that in the internet. So right now the total value lock is $1.16 billion. So it's available globally. Kahit dito sa Philippines, you can access that services. For example, if you want to save, you just connect your wallet, then provide funds that earn an interest rate. Then if you want to borrow, you just need to connect your wallet, then you provide your capital, then you are entitled to an interest income. Next po. Okay. So for example, if you already connected your wallet, let's say you have funds of $17,000. So again, I have said a while ago that if you want to participate in DeFi, there's no need to submit your personal information. In fact, hindi ka nga mag-fill up ng application form. Hindi ka magsasubmit ng mga documentary requirements. All you have to do is, kailangan mayroon kang wallet. Then you connect the wallet, then you provide your capital if you want to supply or you want to save. Then you will earn an interest rate. If you want to borrow, you just click the borrow, then provide your own capital. Okay, so this is an example of a trading platform in DeFi. So, SparkSwap, which we developed by our company. So it's a trading platform where you can buy or sell different digital assets or tokens or thousands of digital assets or tokens. So you just click the swap. If you want to buy, there is a function there. You connect your wallet, then you can automatically buy. Okay, next noteworthy technologies is non-fungible token. So when we say non-fungible tokens, these are the tokenized or digital version of real-world assets. Ano ba yung mga real-world assets? Example, land. Land can be, or real estate, can be converted into non-fungible tokens. Another example, the arts, collectibles, music can be converted into NFTs. Gaming items can be converted into NFTs. And these NFTs have monetary value. Pwede mo siya ma-convert into fiat or Philippine peso. For example, familiar po kay Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey is actually the founder of Twitter, now called X. So, his first tweet was made on March 21, 2006. So, just setting up my Twitter. Then, in 2021, he converted that into NFT. And he was able to sell it for $2.9 million by to an Iranian investor. So, imagine yung image lang, napakalaki yung value. Actually, image lang yan na kinonvert into NFT, then yun yung value, $2.9 million. Another example is, so this is a collection. Another example is art. Diba? If you are a painter and you have your digital paintings, you can convert that into NFTs and you can sell that in a marketplace and you can sell that globally. So for example, another artist or another NFT, the title of the NFT is "Every Day is the First 5,000 Days" by people. Then he sold that on March 2001 and he was able to sell for $69.3 million. So imagine the amount kung i-convert natin into Philippine peso, that is already more than 3 billion. Pero image lang yan na kinonvert into NFT. Next, another application is the GameFi. So GameFi simply means, GameFi is actually a combination of the terms game and finance. So it's a play-to-earn blockchain games that offer economic incentive to the players. So in GameFi, the players earn an economic incentives in the form of digital assets as they play through the game. So when they achieve a certain level or they win in a PvP battles or as they complete the task, they will earn an economic incentives in the form of digital assets. Now, these digital assets can be converted into fiat or Philippine peso. And most DeFi projects have also DeFi solutions. Like what I said a while ago, these DeFi services, lending, borrowing, savings, those earned tokens by the players can be saved, can be traded, can be lent out to others, then for them to earn additional reward. So those are the earnings avenues in GameFi. So earning crypto through gameplay, earning or selling in in-game assets, and earning crypto as result of investments. Okay, so this is an example of a GameFi project, which is Meta Saga Warriors, which we developed by my gaming and development studio company right now. So as you can see, these are NFTs. Sa game kasi kapag yung mga characters, mga armors, mga weapons, they can be converted into NFTs. So yung characters, kinonvert namin into NFTs and they are traded in the marketplace right now and it has value. Pero minimal lang naman yung value niya. Next is the Decentralized Autonomous Organization. As I've said a while ago, Web3, it is decentralized, the authority is or control is given to the users. Now that is possible because of what we call decentralized autonomous organization. Now, the users who work the platform, they decide the future of the platform. So whatever the decisions na gagawin nila para maapektuhan yung platform, they do it through this decentralized autonomous organization. For example, next slide please. So this example of compound DAO. So if you want to participate, if you want to affect your decisions, you just need to vote in the proposal. So you connect your wallet, then you vote through your token. Then if the proposal reach the threshold vote, then it will be implemented in the platform. And take note, these are global. So global yung users. So kahit hindi alam yung identity, they can actually cast a vote as long as they have a token. Next, another application is retail. So to attract or retain your customers, you can offer a loyalty programs in the form of digital assets or tokens. Then instead of magbibigay ng card, app na lang, then every time magbibili ka or sa isang merchant, it can be converted into digital assets. Then later on, you can use that to purchase the goods. Now, what are the risks and challenges in Web3 right now? Now, since it is a nascent technology, masyado pang young, it's evolving ecosystem, marami pang challenges, marami pang risks na pwedeng overcome for this technology to be widely adopted. So the first is regulatory scrutiny or regulation. Regulators around the world right now, they are looking to provide you guidance on how to balance the risk and innovation associated in Web3. For example, as today, there is no clarity on how to classify those digital assets and tokens. Whether they should be classified as securities, currency, or commodities. So wala pang clear na regulation ngayon on how to classify those digital assets and non-fungible tokens. Second is user experience. So the UI or user experience in Web3 is sometimes poorly designed. So it's still cumbersome, especially to the new users to have seamless experience. So the technical barrier to entry is still high. Next is security and safety. So lahat naman, yan ang problema even in Web2 application or platforms. Security and safety are also a major concern. Hackers can exploit a weakness in the smart contract code. For example, last year, hackers were able to hack yung BNB Bridge and Ronin chain. For these are popular Web3 products for about $1 billion. So, yan yung mga dapat tingnan natin pagdating sa Web3, yung security and safety. And also, there are also a lot of rug pulls like in Web2, di ba, mga scams. So, it's also prevalent in Web3 space right now. Next, users' lack of education. So, users, especially the new one, need to understand the underlying risk of using the technology on how to set up the wallet, how to participate in those different applications such as how to create the NFTs, how to participate in DeFi, and also the risk associated in using the technology itself because the transactions in the blockchain are actually irreversible. So ibig sabihin niya, kapag nag-send ka, let's say, ng digital assets, crypto or NFT man yan, sa ibang party, hindi mo na pwedeng ma-retrieve. Unlike sa traditional payment system natin ngayon, kapag nakapag-send ka na maling bank account, pwede mo pang ma-retrieve yung pera mo. Pero in Web3, the fund retrieval concept is not possible. Kasi kapag na-send mo, that is already final. As, di ba, pag kanina, the blockchain is immutable. Hindi na pwedeng ma-edit or ma-remove yung data once it's already deployed in the blockchain. Next, of course, the underlying technology. The blockchain itself is still young. It cannot yet process a large number of transactions. Like if you want to use that for payment system, hindi pa pwede. Why? Because it cannot yet, pagdating sa scalability issue, it's still young. It cannot yet process or handle large amount of transactions. Unlike, for example, Visa can process thousands of transactions. Bitcoin, if you are familiar, can handle only 7 transactions per second. The second most popular one is Ethereum, can process only around 10 to 20 transactions per second. So it's still young, yung technology, but it's evolving. Okay, so these are, so if you want to engage in Web3, we have our own company which is Partner Tech. We can help you with that. So those are our services. So we do game development, smart contract development, staff augmentations, and other services. Thank you.